Dare to Seduce, New York Dare Series, Book 3, written by Phillips, narrated by Sophie Eastlake. Chapter 1. Max Savage glanced across the lush green lawn of Gabriel and Isabel Dare's Bedford, New York home, his gaze focused on the sexy brunette he couldn't get out of his head. Lucy Dare, dressed in a conservative pantsuit, her luxurious dark hair pulled into a bun, stood beside her date, a Hollywood director who was a douchebag of the first order. The last time Max had seen Lucy, she'd been her wild and free self. Then she'd hooked up with that guy and she'd changed, and not in a good way. He wanted fun, sexy Lucy back.
How badly do you want to punch that guy's teeth in? So badly?
Max muttered, then glanced over, realizing the question came from Lucy's brother, Declan Dare. Max shook his head and changed his answer, because it would do no good to let his best friend know he was obsessing over the guy's little sister. He'd kept it to himself for years, partially as an excuse to deny what he really wanted, but regardless, this wasn't the right time to bring up the issue.
What do you mean?
Max asked. Declan rolled his eyes.
Oh, come on. I know you hate that Spielberg wannabe as much as we do. Can't say he'd be my first choice for your sister. That's rich, considering it's your fault she's with him to begin with.
Declan eyed Max with distinct annoyance in his gaze.
How the hell do you figure that?
Max asked. Declan's older brother, Gabe, joined them, and from the look on his face, he'd clearly caught the tail end of the conversation.
Face it, Savage. We know you have a thing for Lucy,
Gabe said. Just how the brothers had gleaned that bit of knowledge was beyond Max. Nobody had a better poker face than him. Declan merely nodded in agreement.
You didn't take your chance last time she was in town, and now she's with that asshole,
Gabe added, angling his head toward where his sister stood with Lucas Kellen.
Well, fuck.
Max wasn't about to deny what had clearly been more obvious than he'd intended. Both Dare brothers narrowed their gazes on him, waiting for an explanation.
What? I didn't think you'd approve, and I wasn't about to mess up years' worth of friendship if you didn't.
He was sticking to the tried-and-true excuse he'd told himself for years. In reality, Max had his reasons for staying away from Lucy for so long, and for fucking up more than just his life in the process. But they were...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?